Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, today I want to share with you an extraordinary story. The story of a man who underwent an experience that shook his certainties and led him to discover the truth about life after death. We will listen to his extraordinary words, capable of opening us up to a world and a condition that is thrilling and confirms our Christian message. Death is a mystery that accompanies man from his birth. Many fear it, considering it the end of everything, the beginning of nothing. Others simply harbor doubts, considering it an invention, a mere illusion, or a tale for gullible believers. Dr. Eben Alexander was one of these. An internationally renowned neurosurgeon and Harvard professor, he was a man of science, a rationalist who did not believe in anything that could not be scientifically proven. His life was based on logic and matter. There was no room for faith or the afterlife. Everything changed in 2008 when Dr. Alexander contracted a rare form of meningitis that left him in a coma for 7 days. During this period, he lived an experience he describes as incredible, extraordinary, and completely real. While his body was immobile and inert, his consciousness awoke in a world of light and unconditional love. He found himself in a paradisiacal place, immersed in a beauty he had never seen before. The colors were more vivid, the emotions more intense, the peace deeper than anything he had ever experienced on earth. But here are his words.
The light was so bright, but not blinding. It was a golden light, warm and welcoming. The colors were more vivid than anything I had ever seen before. They were so intense and vibrant that they seemed almost to leap out of the picture. I felt enveloped by unconditional love and infinite compassion. It was a feeling of pure bliss and peace. The beings of light that I met radiated a love and compassion I had never experienced before. I had access to knowledge that went beyond human understanding. It was as if I had been given access to a universal library of information. I knew things I could never have known with my rational mind. It was as if I had intuitive knowledge of everything. I felt one with everything that exists. There was no separation, only one great harmony. It was as if I had finally returned home to my true place of belonging. The peace I experienced was profound and total. It was a peace I had never known before. I felt completely happy and fulfilled. It was a sense of bliss that cannot be described in words. It was a place of paradisiacal beauty, with lush gardens and breathtaking landscapes. Communication with some beings of light happened telepathically, without the need for words. I was told that I have an important role to play in the world. While I lay in a coma, my cerebral cortex was completely shut down. According to science, this makes any kind of conscious experience, including the possibility of dreaming, impossible. Yet, I lived an experience that was more real than anything I had ever experienced before.
During his journey, Dr. Alexander gained access to knowledge that went beyond human comprehension. He came to understand the true nature of love, compassion, and the interconnectedness of all things. Upon awakening from his coma, Dr. Alexander was a changed man. His medical knowledge confirmed that what he had experienced was not a dream, nor a vision produced by his brain, and this realization transformed him radically. He was now certain of the existence of a reality beyond death, a reality of love and infinite light. Since then, Dr. Alexander has dedicated his life to sharing his experience with the world. He has written books, given lectures, and participated in numerous events to spread his message of hope and love. Dr. Alexander's story is an invitation not to fear death. It is a call to open our hearts to faith and the reality of life after death, a life of eternal joy in communion with God. Brothers and sisters, I invite you to pray for all those seeking the truth of faith. Share in the comments your experiences and thoughts on Dr. Alexander's extraordinary story, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos and become part of the community of faith and prayer. May God bless us all.